Once every 4 years, we get the Chinese National Games. Let's take a look at the biggest lifts. Hu Zihui. This is 96 in the snatch. A little bit forward, actually. She kind of had to rush to stand that one up. So here's a 118 kilo clean and jerk. So that's a 214 kilo total, 1 kilo over her own world record total, which just shows how incredible this session was, especially because there was another lifter, Zhang Huihua, who was actually the 4th highest ranked female lifter in the world, at least over the last quad, but she wasn't at the Olympics thanks to Hu Zihui. Okay, over to the 55s. So this is the category that has Lao Chi-yun, who competed in Tokyo. She was the only lifter out of the 8 Chinese weightlifters to not win. Of course, famously, Heidelin Diaz from the Philippines fantastically beat her. So in first place, we had Su Tingting. She went 99, and then she hit this 126 in the clean and jerk. Now, this is the weight that Lao Chi-yun hit in Tokyo. Terrible attempt selection. Wow, look at that deep split. That's insane. Great finish there. There we go. Back knee goes down. She keeps going. See, what's interesting, let me just pause it. Normally with the Chinese, you see it, I don't know if you guys saw that Yurik Vardanian documentary that I just uploaded. He doesn't split that far. He's just all about the knee flexion, basically, in that back knee. There's not a whole lot of knee flexion there. Like, you can see, that's not too far of a straight leg. And then in third place in that 55 kilo category, though, snatching a 102 kilo equal world record, equal to Li Ajun's world record, who placed 13th, by the way. That's, again, how competitive this was Chen Shu Ying. So let's take a look at that 102 very quickly. Nice singlet. Kind of looks like the Taiwan singlet. Great bottom position. Again, a little forward, but she's able to save that. To the 61 kilo weight category on the men's side, of course, they only do Olympic categories. Reigning Olympic champion Li Fa Bin, world record holder in the snatch and total at 145 and 318. He won. But the real sort of standout lift was a 147 kilo unofficial world record by Jia Zhonghui. So here we go. What's crazy about this lift? Also, a huge shout out to Lu Xiaozhen Barbell for having all of these videos. Also, Mars Strength has them all. These were just slightly higher quality. But if you want to see them from other angles with more lifts, then head over to Mars Strength for those. This 147, God, look how far he pushes those knees under. It's so far removed from, well, just because we mentioned him, the Yurik Vardanian, the Klokov, the more, I guess, Eastern, Western European style of lifting. They just really push those knees back through in that middle position. But just the guts on this guy to not go for a 1 kilo world record attempt, a 2 kilo world record attempt. When you're in the same category as the world record holder, just flex all over him with a 147. Unfortunately, he ended up bombing out then in the clean and jerk at 163. So he's a real Andrei Rybakov snatch specialist type lifter. Over to the 59 kilo weight category now. Not a class that the women in China excel in because they've got Kuo Seung Chun from Chinese Taipei or Taiwan, and then they've got Cho Hyo Sim from DPRK. Both of those two are the best. The winner, though, who absolutely smashed it by 10 kilos over everybody else, was Luo Shifang, 20 years of age. She went 105, 136. Unofficial junior world records in the snatch, clean and jerk, and total. Let's see. Yeah, a wonderful lift. And again, she jumps back a fair amount. Clean and jerk, let's take a look. This is 136. Obviously, the world record total is 246 by Kuo. She hit that one. What is the world record in the clean and jerk in that category? I'm not sure. 141, I think. That 36 is really nice. See, she's got a phenomenal lockout. The Chinese women have phenomenal lockouts. They far exceed the men from Team China in terms of their ability in the jerk, just technically. Over to the 64 kilo category now. Deng Wei, the goated Deng Wei, snatched 115, and then she injured her hamstring on the clean jerk. So she wasn't at the Olympic Games because of an injury, is what we were told. There were some people who doubted that, but now I think basically everybody believes it just based on the fact that she got injured so easily here. World record obviously is 117, which she owns. She had it at 15, moved it to 16, moved it again to 17. So this is just 2 kilos under the world record. The patented head tilt, phenomenal lockout, phenomenal bottom position, patented sparkly belt as well. Love to see it. So real shame though to see her end up pulling out due to injury. And so in the end it was Zhang Tiantian who won with a 108 snatch, a 138 clean jerk, 246 total, 15 kilos below the world record, but she would have won in Tokyo. In fact, the top 6 women in the 64 kilo category here would have actually won in Tokyo. Over to the 67s now, we have Olympic champion, multiple time world champion Chen Lijun, who won, did what we all supposed he would do. In Tokyo, he did 45.87. That crazy, what was it, like a 17 kilo jump, 12 kilo jump, something, for his second attempt to win on that clean and jerk. He went 152, 180, 332. He's always got such a crazy bottom position, and that's just as crazy with a nice little tilt. He's like one of the only Chinese weightlifters who has basically zero dorsiflexion in his ankle. His shins are almost vertical. He's kind of like Roby Marin. Look at these knees. They're not that far forward. Like, they're barely reaching the toes. It's crazy. Over to the women's 76s. So the world records in this category: 124 snatch by Rim Jong Sim, DPRK. Then 156 clean and jerk world record by Zhang Wang Li. Gold went to Zhang Yan Mei with a 118 snatch and a 157 unofficial world record clean and jerk. But this is huge. 157. I tell you what, she doesn't look 76 kilos. I know she is, obviously, but she doesn't look that big. Wow. The legs do a tremendous amount of work. But you can see, like, her feet are in the air in the jerk. And obviously this is with all lifters. But the arms are just going above and beyond and getting her under that jerk. She sort of catches the bar. There's way more of a catch than it is a drive, I guess, under. Kind of amazing to see. Look at this. See, the bar doesn't go that high. She gets really low under. That position there, let's just freeze frame that. I challenge anyone to get to a maximal weight and try and just get in that position. Just go, even, I mean, no one's going to be able to do this. Try it with a world record. Just do a jerk recovery, load that weight, try and get into a bent knee position, see if you could recover it. But then an amazing lift from Peng Kui Ting, who actually ended up coming in third, but snatched 125 kilos for an unofficial world record in the snatch. This was amazing. She would only hit 138 in the clean and jerk. Amazing snatch. Again, longer limbed lifter, but it's working for a lot of the best. A lot of the best snatchers ever are longer limbed. I mean, Yurek Vardanian's longer limbed. Blagoy Blagoev, the best snatcher ever, is longer limbed. Lash Talakadze is longer limbed. And here we have Peng Kui Ting, who is obviously longer limbed. Love this comment here. Squat Jerk Journalist at We Lift Weights. You look different here. And if you're interested, We Lift Weights is the guy that did our filming at the Asian Championships for us. Over now to the 73s. Again, this is Shi Ziyong's world. We're all just living in it. Okay, here's the 160. The classic different color shoes. The twitchy start, the wonky start. Fast off the floor. That was easy. That's the odd thing about Shi Ziyong, isn't it? Like, he misses so much in training at 140, 150, and then he will come out and just make everything north of 160. Also, whilst we're here, let's take a look at this lift, because this is huge. Wei Yin Ting, 163. I love that. Let me repeat that. That's almost like a no-foot. It is. No-foot snatch, 163. He had a great day. He took silver, 163, 190, 353, which would have taken the silver at the Olympics. It would have won at the Olympics if she wasn't there. Okay, here's Shi Ziyong's second attempt at 165. Something else I looked up, missed lifts by Shi Ziyong in the snatch. I don't think he's missed internationally since 2016. He had one miss in 2016 and one in 2015, I think. This 165, got the blues on. Nobody else in the world is touching these weights, so for a second attempt, this ain't bad. Yeah, look, maybe easier than the first. Certainly more stable overhead. And then the final attempt, 170, 1 kilo world record. These are big boy weights. This is really huge. The 69 kilo world record was 166 by Lao Hui. So this is probably almost on par with that. 170 at 73. Let me do that again. It's one of the deepest I've ever seen him go, and it's still not that deep. Okay, here we go. 190 opener. This is 8 kilos under his own world record. Ooh. Easy. Chooses not to power it. A little hop forward. That's okay because he's so strong. And a nice squat jerk. Because he tried to... Ooh, hello. This is a world record total. This is... I mean, that's how easy it looks for him. After that 170 to hit this 195. Let's see it. Yeah, clean is just as easy. Jerk is maybe a bit easier. Yeah, that's a much easier jerk. He'll be happy with that. Over to the 87s, it was Wang Zhuyu who wins. 118, 155, 273. The lift to look at there was, in 5th place, it was Wu Yan, but a 118 kilo, what we might call a power snatch on this side of town. Look at this. It's not a power. Well, maybe it is. I don't know if it is. It's not a full. it's a power. It's something in between. Let's take a look in slow-mo. We might get a slightly better look at this. I think equal to the heaviest snatch of this. Oh, sorry, this is 113. I said 118. My bad. When I looked at it earlier, I must have been looking at it like a 20 kilo men's bar. 113 snatch. That's huge. Yeah, that's close. Let me know down below. Full pow or power. And then there was the 81 kilo weight category. So the battle between Li Dayin, Lu Dailin, and Liu Xiaojun. Now, Liu Xiaojun ended up withdrawing. He had pain in his lower back, so he wasn't able to compete, which is a real shame, because if that is his sort of retiring competition, which it might be, because that's how Chinese athletes in weightlifting retire, they compete at that after the Olympics and they end it, then we won't see him again. Or maybe he's sort of thinking, you know what, I've got a world championships to go to, and if he said if he's going to be there, he'd be in Paris. So maybe he was thinking, I got to be smart. So his pulling out might be that. Otherwise, he might have just come out and done 80, 100, retired in front of the crowd, left his shoes there and headed off. So I wonder if he's going to be sticking around. So the battle really was between Li Dayin and Lu Dailin. Let's not look at all of their lists, but look at some of them. Li Dayin, who's obviously the physically stronger of the two, he missed 167 twice for his opener's second attempt, made it on his third attempt, which happened to be the lift that Lu Dailin opened with. Obviously he did, was it one, what did he do the other day? 190 block snatch? Alright, this is Li Dayin's second attempt at 167. So another miss, and it doesn't look great overhead. I mean, he's got such a strong pull, but it doesn't look great overhead. His third attempt, this is the make that he gets at it. Much better. When he needs to do it, he does it. But this is his second attempt he took at 170, 5 kilos under the world record, under Li Dayin's world record. Hey, that's nice. Nice and wonky. We'd love to see it. Oh, he's quick under that one, wasn't he? Bloomin' heck. So this is 1 kilo under Lu's best in the category, Liu Xiaojun, and 2 under Li Dayin's best. Okay, so you're joining here at 190. This is his second attempt. He missed it on his opener. This is Lu Dailin to add to his 173. Just 17 kilos more, and it's a tough clean. Great jerk. And he makes that, holds it that time for a long period of time. So that's his total. What is that? 363. He then comes out at 93 and misses it. So Li Dayin comes out for 197, which he misses again. He comes out for his second attempt to get the 1 kilo lead in the total. Here we go. Huge pull. No one pulls it like he does. Bit of a bar crash though. Then of course he's a power jerk. It gets tremendous height and he makes it. Wonderful lift. So you know what? Li Dayin, if someone had said to him before that, you're going to be competing against Liu Xiaojun and Lu Dailin and you're going to win, I'm sure he'd have been thrilled. But in hindsight, with that performance, probably not too happy. And then finally, to finish this off, we have the super heavyweight category. Li Wenwen 144, 176 in the clean and jerk, which we'll take a look at. That's a 320 kilo total. Here's the 176. Strong pull. She really loops the bar more than anyone, but it kind of happens when you're at that heavier weight category. We saw it with Rizazadeh used to do it a lot. You just got a little bit more girth with which to move the bar around, I suppose is the polite way of saying it. So here we go, slow-mo. There's a contact right in the hip crease, and then you see it really swings around a fair amount. Catches it incredibly high, above parallel. Here's a jerk, short little dip. Gets so much height off the bar. I mean, it's almost like a party trick at that point with the women's bar at that weight. Not that I can, partake in that party because I'm not strong enough, but like when you're that strong, you're lifting that much weight, just the whip that you get on those bars is crazy. So that are the Asian games so far. We still have the 96s, the 109s, the supers on the men's side. That's Tian Tao. We've got Yang Zhe as well to come the world record holder in the snatch at 200 kilos. Now, I do want to cover just a very few other lifts quickly. So I want to give shout outs to Omed Alam from Denmark. He's a legend. I had some... Where did we go? Nick, what's the name of a fast food restaurant that they have in the US that we don't have here? Shake Shack. Shake Shack. I went to Shake Shack with him once in Qatar. He's a really good guy, and he just hit all Danish records. So he went 148, 181, which... So the record's at 81, at 145, 174, but I wonder if he was competing at 89. If so, the 181 is a 1 kilo record there, but he holds all of the Danish records in both of those categories. So shout out to Omed. Daniela German from Sweden, also, she smashed it. She's got the highest Sinclair she says it's the highest Nordic Sinclair. She also told me the other day that she doesn't even have a coach, which is kind of crazy. She hang snatched 107, and she just back squatted 155, I think it is. The video should be playing here. Then the final lift I wanted to go over very quickly from Italy, 55 kilos, Sergio Macida, 130 snatch, just great lockout, great speed. That's everything from here. I want to wrap it up there. Oh, don't forget, this is your final opportunity to grab a ticket for Athletes Only. It's this Saturday, September 25th. We have some of the most incredible speakers in the world. So if you want to check that out, then head to the link in the bio. It's an online Zoom conference to really help you up your game. The links are down below. Guys, that's absolutely everything. Hugely appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you check out all things Weightlifting House, and I'll catch you on another episode of the Weightlifting House news show.